everyone. All right, today is their very first Tarotscopes. I'm doing it for the new moon for December 7th, 2018. I can't believe it's December already. Like, it's just crazy. But it's here, and here we go. So today is the new moon, so a good time to set some new intentions and just some things that you want to get moving. So we will get moving too. I do have some of them written down because I can't remember all of them, but the first one we're going to start with Aries. And for Aries, we have the Hangman. There's that one. So basically, this is letting you know for this month to be patient. And I know that's something that is not so hard for our Aries friends, but that's what you have to do. You have to be patient because it'll be totally worth it, and you will mentally be happy about that when it's all said and done. And you're already doing everything you need to do, and always remember you have to do what's best for you, you know. And if that means just hanging around, taking it back a couple notches, totally fine. So that's for Aries. Then next we'll have Taurus, which we have the Justice card, which is actually a pretty fitting card for Taurus. It's pretty much, you know, yes, you could take the time you need to make some decisions on a certain situation, a new situation coming up, a person, any of those things. So do what you do best and just take your time and look it over. And if somebody's rushing you, that's all right. Let them rush you. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. So but just be sure to look at all sides of the situation too, not just yours. Because sometimes when you try to look through a different lens, you do get a better perspective, and it could sway you a little bit. Not that you're stubborn or anything, just saying. So that's our friend Taurus. And next we're going to go to Gemini. Gemini is the Wheel of Fortune. And these cards are Wonderland and Tarot. Kind of like Alice in Wonderland type ones. They're super cool. I just got them recently. So anyway, Gemini, this time to just let things ride out. See how it's going to go. Just sit back and see what happens, you know. Another one too about looking at all sides. You just have to really let things happen. There's nothing that you can do now. Everything you had to do has been done, and it's really time to just see how it all plays out. And, you know, don't try to force it, don't try to influence it or any of those things, because it's really not going to matter at the end of the day. So that's really what you guys have to look out for. Next we have Cancer. For Cancer we have the Hermit. Like, we have like major power play cards going on. So, but this month is that, you know, it's the holidays, it's the end of the year, so people are thinking about what happened this year, what's going to happen next year, then throw in some holiday nonsense, and that's even better. So we have the Hermit right there. And for Cancer, the Hermit, again, these cards are all just like going together, and that makes complete sense. You're probably feeling a little overwhelmed, a little out of sorts with everything going on, and that's okay. You know, you have to pretty much own it. And, you know, you want to go do all these different things. You want to participate and, you know, go to every party and go to all the things, you know, just go do all the shopping. That's really not you. It's really not going to be the best thing for you. You need to make sure to take that time for yourself. And really be okay with like opting out of stuff, you know. So you may not go to every single holiday party. That's fine. And if people are annoyed, that's okay too. You know, you don't have to take that personally. Then we're going to go to Leo. So again, these cards are this deck every time it's just like, yeah, this is it. Leo is strength, which is very coordinating. This too is again taking that step back. It seems like that's like an overall theme for this whole month is just like chill out. Here it's mostly like don't try to control the situations, all the conversations, all the way things are going, and really just don't worry about that. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, have fun with them, make memories with them. Don't worry about everything else. And that's what this one is. You know, you are a strong person, and also too, by paying attention to all these friends and family or whatever, you might see there might be someone who needs a little bit of strength right now, and you will be that person to kind of help them through this time of the year. So keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go over to Virgo, and for the Virgo, we got the Chariot. And, you know, you may be feeling like this month will zip by, you know. I mean, I think generally most people do, but for you, it's just more real time-wise. Like, this is the end of 2018. It's almost Christmas or whatever season or whatever holiday you celebrate. Like, whoa, hold on, what's going on here? You know, this is a good time for you to really check in with yourself and make sure you are practicing some self-care. You know, just taking a nice quiet couple of minutes, go read a book, go do something besides get involved in all the craziness, because you're just soaking it all in and it's just not vibing well with you. And, you know, you want to make sure to go out of the year on a good note and not all stressed out and upset. So I think doing that is good, because sometimes when you get stressed, you lash out. And when you're around a ton of people and you're tired and all that, you know, you tend to lash out a little extra. So definitely be aware of that. Then the next we have Libra. And for Libra, we have the Lovers. So Libra, they are definitely, it's all about nurturing your family, nurturing a loved one, whether it be a spouse or best friend or anything. Just keeping, you know, that small group of people who've been there for you, making sure, you know, they're taken care of and they have what they need. So that's a good one for the end of the year. Then that brings us to Scorpio. So we got the Hierophant here. And this card is like perfect, because we know for Scorpios, because you know that you can't judge a book by its cover when it comes to you guys. You know, you have a lot going on underneath in the surface, and people can't always like pick up exactly how you're feeling, so they're gonna go with whatever's on the outside and in a way that annoys you, because you really want people to know how you're feeling, but you don't always know how to express it in the best way for everybody. So I think that try not to assume situations. Try not to assume how someone's feeling or thinking or any of that. You need to really just try to listen without your inner voice deciding what they're saying, like what's what. Just listen to their words, see what they're saying, and not putting your spin on it, because unfortunately a lot of times it doesn't always go so great. So I think especially now with everybody running around and all these things going around, and family and people you haven't seen in a while, you know, and you have to realize too, not everybody's going to be your friend, and that's okay. You know, as long as you are respectful to each other and you coexist, that's all you can ask for sometimes, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So that brings us to Sagittarius, and we actually went out of the majors here for a minute. We got the Seven of Wands. I want to say swords, but they're wands. You'll see Alice battling all the cards there, coming down at her. You know, you may feel that you're being a little bit ganged up on this month, that people have a lot of opinions on what you're doing, what you're saying, etc., etc. And I think too, it's good to just kind of take it for what it's worth, and smile, nod, thank you, and just do whatever you're gonna do, as long as it's in your greater good, not something that if it isn't in your greater good, then it might be something that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. So I think making that determination of what that difference is going to be a big one for you too. So think about that. Think about, is it what I need to hear, or is it what I want to hear, or is it just nonsense? So there's a little something that going on there too. So next we have the Capricorn. My cards went flying. So for Capricorn, we have another Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. Any of these aces are usually the beginning of something. So this is really, you Capricorns, you got a great year, or, I mean, if it didn't, seem great, you grew a lot. Like, there was a lot happening with you this year, and I guess it's all in the scope of how you want to look at it. Either, wow, this year went great, I did all these things, or, this year wasn't that great, but I learned a lot. So you have to just take it and, digest it, and I think that's probably what, where it's at. And then, 2019 is right here, and whatever you did this whole 2018, it's going to be worth it for next year. You have a lot of new things coming up. You have, a lot of new situations that are all going to benefit you. So take that into consideration when you're really, looking ahead into next year. And then we're going to go to Aquarius, which they got the World. I actually really love this card. Oh, it's kind of cool. So with this, again, it's another card, just pretty much like an ending card. I mean, this is more of an ending card, as in this year. So this is like, we're coming to the end of the year, the end of the month. Obviously, we're switching into, 2019. And I think it's kind of similar with the last card too. Like, you're kind of reflecting right now. You're reflecting, and I think, if you do some journaling or meditating, that sort of thing, just on different things that happened and what you can learn about it. And, even with the journaling, like, okay, write down something that happened, and what did I learn from it? What could I have done differently? What could, just to see if there's some lesson there that you need to learn, especially if it's something that keeps happening. Next year is just all how you're going to go into it with your, it has to be a good attitude, and then that's how it's going to go. So you got this. You made it through this year just fine, and, you need to take that, and you need to believe in yourself for the next year coming up. And last but not least, that brings us Pisces. Our sweet, sweet Pisces. Yes, Judgment. You are worrying about everybody and what they think and what they say and what they feel about you, even though it's not always about you. You need to really worry about what you're going for, what you're feeling, and you feel like everybody's being kind of harsh to you also in your decisions. But again, if it's something that's going to serve you and make you a better person or any of those things, then go for it. Change is scary for a lot of people. They don't like it at all. So those are usually the people that are going to be your biggest critics, because it's like, oh no, don't change this. Oh, you want to move? Don't do that. Oh, you want a new job? Why? And it's definitely one of those things. Like, you need to just be like, you know what? I'm okay with this. Like, you guys can judge me and decide, what you think I should do, but I feel like this is the best thing for me, and that's what I'm going to do. And just stick to it. So I think too that you'll make the right decision and you'll be okay. And you'll be good. So that is the last one. I feel like, overall, it's a lot of let's just chill out, enjoy our families and everything. But in doing so, you're also having conversations with these people, and some of them you may not see all the time. And this is the only time of year that they're going to be able to give you all their opinions. And depending, your personality and all that, some people can take it, and some people it's really stressful on top of a really stressful time already. So, actually, I have some cards here. I'm going to pull a quick self-care card just because they were sitting here staring at me. And just maybe for this month, for everybody, like a collective self-care, thing we can do. And these are the Sacred Self-Care Rituals. I got it in my Goddess Provisions box rather. This is the deck. So they are super cute though. They have little like Buddha symbol in the back, super cute. And this one actually, see, you can never go wrong with this one. Connect with animals. So people are being dumb. People are being dumb. Go hug your animal. I am all for that. Like, I will hug my hedgehog. I don't care if he's prickly or grumpy or anything, because he's not going to talk back to me. And that's very important sometimes. We just don't need talking. So I hope you guys had fun with this. I am going to try to do this every new moon, I think. So every month, like once a month. So make sure you subscribe down there and to get all the updates. And I have a couple unboxing things to do. All sorts of stuff coming on. A lot. For me next year is a lot going on. So you don't want to miss it. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.